Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Creative Corner. I have for you a technique that I've learned in school, but it's called photo transfer, and we're going to go ahead and do a demonstration on that. And I'll go ahead and go over the supplies you'll need. Alright, so in front of me, I have a canvas panel. I already started to do one. And then I also have another one that's going to be processed during our demo. But the supplies you'll need is a paintbrush. You will also need a matte medium fluid. It's basically acrylic paint minus the pigments. This one in particular is a matte finish, which means it's going to come out clear and you won't be able to see it too much. I also have a couple sample photos and images that we're going to use during our demonstration. And last but not least, you'll also need a wet sponge. So, in order to do this, let's go ahead and start with this fox. You're going to get your image. You're going to also get the matte medium. Pour some onto your image. And just spread this medium wherever you want to be stuck down. So I'm getting all the color parts of this fox. And then on your canvas panel, you also need to put down a few drops of your medium too as well. I myself like to get a big area just to be safe. But once you have your matte medium down, go ahead and get your image, flip it, and place it in the medium itself. Now you can use a card to smooth out the edges. I like to start from the middle and work my way to the edge. And once you've done, you're going to get some more of your medium and place it on top. I try to get the medium as thin as possible so that way it dries faster. If you use more medium, it's just going to take longer to dry. Now I'm going to go ahead and do our second image. And when you print these out, make sure you're using an inkjet printer. It works best with inkjet printers. So I'm going to show you what happens when you don't put the medium down first onto the canvas. We're just going to apply this directly onto the canvas itself. And again, just starting from the middle, working your way towards the edge. But I'm still going to put some medium on the back of this image itself. Again, try to get it as thin as possible. And you can use this technique to apply an image to a wood piece, metal, plastic. But I like to experiment with the different materials. So it's really up to you what you want to do. And we'll go ahead and let that dry. While these two are drying, we're going to go ahead and do this image here. But I don't know if you can see, let me just rotate this panel piece. I did a dolphin earlier, and I removed the paper itself. The ink stayed onto the canvas panel, but you can see I didn't do too good of a job because some of the ink started to peel off too as well. So we're going to go ahead and work on this one here, and you'll need a wet sponge. So I have my wet sponge, and what I like to do is I like to dab and soak the paper of the image. Now try to get it nice and wet. Because the more wet the paper is, the easier it's going to be able to clean up. And okay, and you're going to make small circular motions to try to get the paper removed from the canvas panel. Other than waiting for the paint to dry, this process here takes the longest as well. This image that I have down here, I didn't prep ahead of time, so I didn't put down the medium first. I just did what we did on this other image and just placed it down onto the canvas. And you can see that it's not coming out really good. It's all about trial and error. And you can see that by removing the paper, the ink hopefully will stay onto the panel. But this one, I didn't do too good of a job. So you can see this is all just paper. And this one's not doing very well. We went ahead and jumped forward, so you thought, well, you don't see me struggle taking off the paper. But this is what happens when you don't prep your canvas panel first, unless you want your image like this. But most of the paper as well as the ink came off the panel piece. So we're gonna go ahead and wait for the other two pieces to dry, and then we'll go ahead and remove the paper on that one as well. Thank you for joining me on today's session of Creative Corner. Today we learn how to do photo transfer onto a canvas panel. You can apply this technique across a variety of other materials like wood, metal, plastic. The sky is the limit. But before we end today, please make sure you like and subscribe to not only our Facebook channel, but to all of our other social media platforms. We have Instagram, Twitter, and if you go to YouTube, we have a lot of our videos archived there too as well. Pay attention and subscribe to our newsletter that we send out on a monthly basis. But thank you very much, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.